Why I built this. There's a question I've been asked several times. Why did you create the workplace boundaries and self-advocacy blueprint? The simple answer is because I got tired of seeing good people burn themselves out trying to prove they were good employees. But the real answer is much bigger than that. It comes from years of seeing the same workplace problems repeat themselves over and over again. Different industries, different companies, different job titles, the same frustrations. People weren't struggling because they weren't talented. They were struggling because no one had ever taught them how to protect themselves at work. That's what today's video is about. I want to take you behind the blueprint and explain why I created it, what problems it solves, and why I believe these are skills every professional should learn. Section 1. The pattern I couldn't ignore. Over the years, I kept hearing the same stories. I can't say no to my manager. I keep getting more work, but never more pay. I don't know how to respond when my boss disrespects me. I answer messages all weekend because I don't want to look uncommitted. I feel guilty every time I set a boundary. At first, they sounded like isolated problems. Then I realized they were all connected. They weren't confidence problems. They weren't motivation problems. They were boundary problems. No one had ever shown these professionals how to advocate for themselves while remaining professional. Section 2. We're taught how to get the job, not how to survive it. Think about everything we're taught before we start working. How to write a CV. How to interview. How to dress professionally. How to answer interview questions. How to negotiate a job offer. But once we get hired, the training stops. No one teaches us how to say no professionally, how to push back on unreasonable workloads, how to handle micromanagement, how to deal with disrespect, how to document conversations, how to protect our peace. We're expected to figure it out ourselves, usually through painful experience. I wanted to change that. Section 3. Hard work shouldn't require self-sacrifice. I want to be very clear. I believe in working hard. I believe in taking pride in your work. I believe in being dependable. But somewhere along the way, many workplaces started confusing dedication with unlimited availability. Working hard became answering emails at 10 p.m. Being a team player became saying yes to everything. Being committed became sacrificing your personal life. Those aren't signs of professionalism. They're warning signs of unhealthy workplace expectations. Hard work should build your career, not consume your life. Section 4. Why these 15 topics? Every topic in the blueprint came from a real workplace challenge. The success trap, scope creep, late-night messages, micromanagement, workplace disrespect, documentation, managing upwards, knowing when it's time to leave, boundary-first onboarding. These aren't random ideas. They're situations professionals face every day. I wanted to create something practical, not theory, not motivation, real communication strategies that people could use the very next day at work. Section 5. What I hope this blueprint does. If someone finishes this blueprint and becomes more confident, if they stop apologizing for setting reasonable boundaries, if they recognize workplace manipulation sooner, if they learn to protect their time without damaging their reputation, then I've achieved what I set out to do. Because confidence at work isn't about being the loudest person in the room. It's about communicating clearly, respectfully, professionally, and standing behind your value. Section 6. Who this blueprint is for. This isn't just for people in toxic workplaces. It's for professionals who struggle to say no, people who feel guilty setting boundaries, employees who keep taking on extra work, future leaders, remote workers, new graduates, experienced professionals, anyone who wants to build a sustainable career instead of simply surviving one. Section 7. My biggest career lesson. If there's one lesson I hope people take away, it's this. Your career isn't just built by your technical skills. It's also built by how you communicate, how you manage expectations, how you advocate for yourself, how you protect your well-being, and how you teach people to work with you. Those are career skills. Yet very few of us are ever taught them. That's why this blueprint exists. Final thoughts. Creating the workplace boundaries and self-advocacy blueprint wasn't about writing another career guide. It was about filling a gap. the gap between getting the job and knowing how to thrive once you're in it. Because success shouldn't require burnout. Professionalism shouldn't require silence. And boundaries shouldn't require guilt. If this message resonates with you, I'd encourage you to read the full article linked below. And if you're ready to build stronger workplace confidence, healthier boundaries, and better communication skills, you'll also find a link to the blueprint in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.